channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about books that I bought because of the cover. Now, I cannot be the only one in the entire world that buys books just because they're beautiful, doesn't know anything about them, hopes that they'll like them because the cover is gorgeous. Now, that's not to say that a book cover can't be ugly and be fantastic on the inside, but I'm one of those people that if I see a beautiful cover, I am more likely to pick it up, read the synopsis, and see if I'll enjoy it, or pick it up, not read the synopsis, think that it's beautiful and want it on my shelves, and grab it anyways. So please comment down below so I don't feel alone that I do this, because I feel shallow and not like a good person, because I feel like I'm judging a book by its cover, but I am. I totally am. But anyways, without further ado, without any more blabbering on, let's go ahead and jump into the books that I bought because of the cover. So the first book that I want to talk about is a book that I picked up secondhand. Actually, a lot of these are books that I picked up secondhand that I didn't mind spending the little amount of money that I did because I really enjoyed the cover. So this one is The Woman in Cabin 10, that makes more sense, by Ruth Ware. I just got captivated by that cover. It is very watery and there's like a big old wave in the background, and it just looks very mysterious and interesting, and I just love the watery effect that the actual cover has. It has like little raised indentations where the watermarks are, and it was a cover that completely pulled me in. I have no idea what this is about. Granted, I've heard great things about Ruth Ware's that's a tongue twister, about Ruth Ware's writing, that makes sense. And I just couldn't pass it up. It is gorgeous. Again, the back also has that watery feeling. It's very shiny and pretty, and I just couldn't resist it, so I picked that up. Now, the next two books are books that I picked up because of the cover, because this is not a genre that I read very often, and that is historical fiction. I try to stay away from historical fiction, but these covers, I just couldn't pass them up. The first one is All the Light We Cannot See. This is a very raved about book on BookTube, but like I said, it's historical fiction, so I have pretty much stayed away. And then I saw it at a secondhand bookstore, and I love the cover. It's gorgeous. I'm a sucker for a blue cover. I've learned that, but I just couldn't pass it up, so I grabbed it. Like I said, I've heard great things, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I know that once I get past the actual historical part of it, I'm going to love the books, but it's still stuck in my mind that I just can't get past it. But this cover, gorgeous, okay? All right, the next book, now the name is a little bit faded, but the cover itself is still gorgeous, and that is The Night Tiger, another historical fiction book that I don't know what I was thinking, but I just couldn't pass it up. Again, a blue cover. I'm a sucker, apparently, but this cover is just gorgeous. I don't know what somebody did with the letters on this book, but because I think it's a new release. I think this book came out in 2019. So yes, it did. Came out in 2019. So I don't know what they did to it in a year, but it's worn. But I love it anyways. It is so beautiful, and the book that has like a little bit of love to it just gives it more charm, and so I'm very excited to have this on my shelves. I'm hoping that I actually get to it sometime soon. Again, I just got to get past the historical fiction block in my mind, but overall the cover is beautiful. All right, the next book that I picked up, I've been wanting a poetry book, but I just haven't been looking for good poetry or anything along those lines, and so I saw this and I loved the cover, how simplistic it is and pretty, and so I decided to pick it up, and that is Pillow Thoughts. The Target sticker's covering the name, so I need to figure out how to take that off, but it's just so pretty and simple, just a jellyfish with a little couple of dots, and it's all black, and it just looks so gorgeous. However, the material of this cover makes every fingerprint show, so you can see all my fingerprints on there, but I just love the way this cover looks. It's so simplistic and so beautiful, and it's not like the other covers that I have on here. It's so pretty. I don't know what to tell you, but I love it, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy the poetry in this book. They're very short, very sweet, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Okay, so the next book is definitely a cover buy. However, I have known about this book. I did want to read it, and the type of book that it is made me pick it up even more, and I will share that in a minute. But that is An Ember in the Ashes, and this cover is gorgeous. I don't think this is on any of the printed books, and that is because It's an ARC. I found this at a secondhand bookstore, a bookstore that I volunteer at, which is where I find a lot of these. I volunteer there, so I see all the books come in. And she didn't sell it to me because you're technically not supposed to sell ARCs, so she was gracious enough to give it to me. And I just love the cover. It seems so wintry and beautiful. On the back, it's just the author's picture, and very pretty, by the way, gorgeous. But I have really wanted to read this series. I don't know if the book's going to be significantly different because this is an ARC, but I decided to pick it up anyways, and if I enjoy it, I can always get the regular finished copy and then read it again and see the differences, which is going to be so exciting. I've never had an ARC before, and I think this is so fun, and the cover is just very gorgeous, very wintry and beautiful and almost like whimsical, kind of. I wouldn't say whimsical, I don't know the word for it, but it is gorgeous, so I am so excited for that. And those shiny letters, ooh, man, I'm a sucker for a good cover. Just give me all the beautiful covers and I'll buy them all. Just take my money, will you? Okay, this is another book that has been talked about on BookTube. However, I didn't really plan on buying it. I heard a lot of great things and it sounded like a good book, but I didn't necessarily want to buy it. And then I was in Target and, oh no, I got this on Amazon. I was on Amazon and I saw the cover and I was just like, you know what? The cover's so beautiful. It must be a good book. That is so bad. And that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I don't know how to say the last name. There's too many R's in there. But it looks so pretty. Again, blue cover. I cannot be stopped. But I just love like the little foiling on it. And I like the actual, like the words dark are a little bit different. They're more like an iridescent color. And I just love the thorns and like the little leaves. I just think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover and totally influenced me to buy it. But I've heard great things, so I'm hoping that it's really good. Okay, we're keeping right on theme, right on brand with the blue covers, and that is American Royals by Catherine McGee. Again, I've heard some things about this book, but it's not necessarily my style. It's another somewhat historical ebook. It's about if George Washington, instead of getting a presidency, he got a crown. And it sounds very interesting. I've heard great talk about it, but I picked it up because I am a sucker for illustrated covers. I love illustrated covers, and I love that so many books, especially YA books, are doing this now because I'm a fan. So pretty. But yeah, I really like this cover. I think that is gorgeous. Okay, we're moving on to not so blue books, but another illustrated cover, and that is What If It's Us by Becky Albertelli and Adam Silvera. Heard great things about both authors. They do write as a duo quite often, so I'm excited to read this. I also happened to want to pick this up because June is Pride Month and I really wanted to read a queer book during that time, and this just so happens to be it. But I just love an illustrated cover. It's very simple, very cute. I like the skyline in the background. I just think that overall it is a very, very cute book. I do have a couple of other queer books that were on my radar, but I saw this and just had to pick it up. Now this was strictly a cover buy. Because I did not plan on buying this book. I have it as an ebook and I was perfectly fine just reading it on my Kindle, but I was at that secondhand bookstore and I just caved, you guys. I just caved. And that is Little Women. This cover is gorgeous. It is so pretty. It is almost like canvas feeling. It is so pretty. I love the artwork on there. It's so gorgeous. It has like a feather and a needle and thread, some paint, water, what is this called? I forget what that's called, but overall the cover is just gorgeous. On the back it has some more illustrations, and I couldn't pass it up. It doesn't have any illustrations on the inside, but the illustrations on the outside were all I needed to snag this baby right off the shelf. It is so cute. Now this is a classic by Lisa May Alcott, and yeah, I want to read it so I can watch the movie, but this cover just got me. I've been got. All right, another secondhand book that I picked up, and I was very surprised to see it at the price that it was, and that is The Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. Another illustrated cover. Can't stay away from them. This is very shiny, so I'm gonna try to get it at a place where you guys can actually see that. But it's yellow and blue, another blue cover. I really like the teal colored blue though. It's so pretty. And I just love the illustrated cover on this. I think that it's gorgeous. It looks like it's going to have some colored representation on here, which is fantastic. I love to read a book about colored POVs. So very, very happy about that. And it looks like both Becky Albertalli and Angie Thomas have blurbs on the cover of this. So hoping that it's really good. No idea what this is about, but I'm really hoping that I enjoy it. All right, we're getting to the last two. The next book I want to talk about is a book that I have heard some things about, but I don't know anything about the synopsis. And when I saw the cover at Target, I was just like, you know what? It's gotta be mine. And that is House of Salt and Sorrow by Erin A. Craig. Again, heard great things about this, but this cover is so detailed and just, oh, it's gorgeous. I love that the letters are a little bit higher raised and it has that sheen to it. The water and the little coral pieces and the shells, the starfish, it's all in there. It's all very subtle, but when you just pay close attention to the cover of this, it's just so detailed and so gorgeous. The back is beautiful as well. I couldn't say no when I saw the cover. I needed to have it in my collection. Again, another book that I don't know too much about, hoping that it's good, but the cover was worth it. Okay, so I know I said I had two more, but I just realized I had a book that I needed to talk about, and I would be just shooting myself in the foot if I didn't talk about it, because it's my favorite book of all time so far, and that is, of course, 5 Feet Apart, and this cover, blue, again, blue. But I absolutely adore this cover. I want somebody to because I can't draw. I wish I want to pay somebody to draw this for me, but add in extra details and make it more personalized to me, because this is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I love it so much. The idea of life coming out of these lungs, and if you know the story of this book, it is just such a beautiful idea, and I'm obsessed. I am so obsessed with this cover. This is probably one of my favorite covers, but the last book that I'm going to talk about takes the cake. Just sweeps the icing right off, throws the cake on the floor, because this next book, the last book, that happened. All right, as I was saying before my whole life came tumbling down, the last book that I'm going to talk about is the most beautiful cover I have ever seen, hands down. And I can't really say that I bought this just because of the cover, because it's totally untrue. Everybody and their mama is talking about this book, and you guys can probably guess what it is, and that is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This is the most beautiful cover I have ever seen. It is so detailed. The woman on the actual cover is beautiful. The intricacy of the actual art itself, how? Somebody explain how they did this, because I am shooketh. I could never make something look this beautiful. Shook to the core. But yes, this is my favorite book, hands down, and you guys have all seen it, but can we just talk about? Can we just, please? Wow. So, I don't know. You guys can leave it in the comments. Sound off down there. I would love to know if you guys disagree with my choices, and would you guys fight me by saying there's a more beautiful cover than that? Because fight me, okay? I stand by it. I say it with my whole chest. Best cover I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I'm done. I'm done raving about that cover, because I can't. I'm hoping that the book is just as good as the cover, because even if it wasn't, I'd have to keep it. I just would have to. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna stop blabbering. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am a sucker for beautiful covers. I know there are a lot of people out there that are like that too. I would love to know what you guys think are the most beautiful covers that you guys have seen or have on your shelves. Please let me know down below. I am so intrigued to know what you guys think. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.